my name is Lauren, and today we're going to be doing another house build. This one was a little bit different than what I thought it was going to turn out. At first I wanted to do A-shaped, A-framed home, but I realized that it looks so ugly and that it only really works for a small family, and the Kura family has 5 people living in it, so I needed to change this. And I ended up looking in, I think it was on Pinterest, and this home kind of like popped up out of nowhere, and I wasn't really looking for something like this, but this home style came up and I thought it was absolutely amazing. So I kind of took bits and pieces from this home, and I don't know, I think it looks really cool. Again, 5 people is kind of hard to do on a small lot like this, and I really did want a small home for like this family, but I quickly realized as I was making this one that small homes and big families do not mix, and I was running out of room the entire time I was building this. I miscalculated how many rooms I was going to need, miscalculated how small this home was going to be. I am not equipped to make homes for families, I think, larger than 3 people, maybe 4 if I can squeeze another bed in somewhere. But I like small homes, and big families and small homes never quite mix, especially when it comes to The Sims. They like their space and they will freak out if there's anything that's remotely close to in their way. So I had to figure out some things, and I think in the end this home worked out much better than I thought. By the very beginning part of this build, I definitely did not think that I was going to keep building this house, and I was just going to scrap the entire thing by I don't know, I think by the time I started decorating I was getting really fed up with this home and I wanted to just get rid of it. And then by the time I did the main, the first floor, I guess the basement floor, I don't know, I was like, oh, this is actually working out much better than I thought. And then I again realized that I had 5 people and not 4 people, and I got frustrated again. But I think this house worked out well. Not great, but well. And it's all usable, even the CC stuff that I put in, because I went ham, I think the day before, on CC shopping, and I really liked what I got. So I kind of went ham on it. I didn't anticipate me using CC stuff in this build, but anyway, links down below for all the CC stuff that's in it if you want to download this house and you also want the CC stuff. If not, and if that doesn't bother you, you can just download the house. It should be on the gallery now. So what's going on here? We have 2 bedrooms and 5 people, and the kids end up having to share the attic. And at first I just wanted the daughter to have the attic, but again, miscalculated how many people were actually living in this home. And I also forgot I wanted to put in a bathroom on the main floor, but the main floor ended up being a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. The whole thing just ended up being a lot smaller than I thought, and that frustrated the crap out of me. But I did add a lot of not new elements, but a lot of elements that look like this house has been updated. I wanted it to look like the house had been there for a while, but the Kura family had moved in and started kind of fixing up the place. And because they have the business, it could stand to reason that they have times in the season that they have more money, and they know that they're gonna like want to use that money to upgrade the home, maybe add in another floor, this, that, and the other thing. So this house has been worked on, and I kind of wanted to make it look like it's been worked on. And I don't know if that kind of came across, but that's the idea behind this build, that this house has been here for a long time and the family has worked on it bits and pieces. I also wanted to make sure that there was a lot of woods, because the family, I wanted them to be very grounded and like, you know, they're children of the island. I think 2 out of the 5, maybe 3 out of the 5 are children of the island. So I wanted this to have very basic woods, and it turned out darker than I usually make it, but I really like having all those woods around the family, and it keeps it very grounded in the island, and that this house was made from the stuff that's on the island. Granted, there are some liberties, like with the kids stuff. I think I put in a little bit more modern items in their room, just because they're kids, they're teens, they'll want the new and more fabulous stuff, while the family in whole likes to keep it very local. I also really like these, I think they're skateboard decks. Yeah, the skateboard decks. I hadn't noticed this for like the entire time I've had the Parenthood pack. I think it came from Parenthood. And then as I was like looking for things to put in the home to make it more homey, I guess, that came across, and I was like, where the hell did this come from? It works out, and the giant octopus like painting on it, I don't know, it ties into like the children of the ocean, which I think is two of them, the 2 wannabe mermaids that I wanted. I've already forgotten all their names. It's been a while since I actually made this build. I think it's been about a week. Maybe 2. I don't know. Days of the week are starting to lose. They're starting to blend into each other, is what I'm trying to say. So the second bedroom I wanted to make for the son, and I started to really like this room. I don't normally have boy rooms in my builds. I am much more equipped to handle girl rooms and like girly teens than boy rooms, but I like this room. I think it was really interesting. It had a lot of those posters, and I wanted him to be like, he likes reading and he likes to be secluded in his room, and I think that kind of came across, hopefully, where like, you know, kids like to hang out in their room a lot, especially when they're young adults, teens, or at least that's what I did. I like to read and hang out in my bedroom. So I finished that, and then I realized that there is no room for the grandmother. And I had at one point in time thought, well, maybe I'll just put the grandmother and the daughter in the attic. But then, I don't know, I scrapped that idea. I scrapped it fully, and I just put the grandmother in the basement instead with the parents. Yeah, it's like the parents have their own, the parents and the grandparents have their own like floor, and the kids have their own floor, and it's still a fairly open concept, so I mean, like, everyone can just kind of like go in and out of the floors as they please. And you can see me, I am changing it up and I'm making it a little bit more girly. I kept the same stuff in it, kind of. I changed it up. I put in like a little sitting area instead. It made it a little bit more traditional for the grandmother. And then I brought the son up. And I put these dividers that came in Island Living where they have their own separate rooms. I didn't want to put walls. Like, I could have put in the half walls if I really wanted to, but I think they would probably put dividers instead where they can move them as they please. Where if, say, the son moved out or the daughter moved out, that they can like change it up and they can just do whatever they want with that space and fully customize it to their own needs. I think that's what the family would want instead of having just cemented in walls. And I don't know, I really like it. I think they both have very distinct tastes. The son, he really likes reading, and the daughters, well, she's a teen. She likes hanging out with her friends. She likes her makeup and her girly things. And I put in like a little sitting area for her so she can hang out with her friends when they come over. And yeah, I don't know, I really liked the attic. I think it came out a lot better than anticipated. And I did put in their own bathroom, and I think they would definitely appreciate having their own bathroom. So here's the tour. It worked out really well. I really like it. I was playing around with the stairs and stuff, and I think it looks really cool, and I think the family really likes this house. So I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you like it, if you want to see more of these kind of builds, anything like that. And I hope you guys have a good day.